What's up, y'all? We're back. Today's show title is Discerning Through Black Discerning Through Blackness. Um, Let me say this right now. I know many people out there think that I dislike, black people and other groups of people, but I actually don't. I actually love everybody. But I know that the first step to a true revelation is for us to look at each other and see the same thing. I realize there are only two teams in the world. There are Team Christ, and there's Team everybody else. And everybody else's team is Team Satan. And so I want us to look at each other and realize that nobody's better or worse than anybody else. We are all put on this earth to do the Lord's will. It's just that simple. I was listening to a pastor this week, and he was talking about this world's going to end. And he was talking about how he was wrestling with the world ending and what should we do? He was like, do we fight the world ending, or do we just, bide our time and let it happen? But he brought up a very good point. He said that he said we should fight. And he said, we're not fighting to save the world. He said, we're fighting to save souls. Because if you think about it, if the world's going to end, then our goal should be to save as many souls as possible. Imagine this thing being a sinking ship. You don't just let people drown. You try to save as many folks as you can on the sinking ship. And it's the same thing with America and with this world. So what we're fighting for really and truly is more time to save souls. That's what we're actually fighting for. We're not fighting to preserve any of this stuff. It's going to fall anyway, because you and I both know these people are decadent and wicked. I mean, these last 4 years have shown you what humanity is really about. Most people are beyond sheep, they're lemmings. The first one run off the cliff, then everybody else follows. Like, most folks are cowardly. It's disgusting. So our goal is to buy more time to save souls, to expand God's kingdom. That's it, because we can't save this world. It's not meant to be saved. I mean, once Adam bit the fruit, that was it. But I just want to say right now that I love everybody. And my methods may not be the best. I may not articulate myself the best, but the intent behind what I'm doing is love. I just know that what society has gotten before hasn't worked. What folks have been told before, it hasn't worked, because society is getting progressively worse. People are getting more weak or weaker, less courageous, having less faith. And I realize because people aren't getting unfiltered, unadulterated truth. And what I do is I try to give the truth that hasn't been stepped on. I try to give you all the truth that comes straight from Colombia. It ain't been stepped on. Matter of fact, you bring it over here, you open the room, you open the package up, everybody in the house get high. I try to bring that pure Colombian Escobar-esque truth. And that's my goal. And so most folks won't receive it, but those that will, I do believe that they will be blessed for it. Anyway, so I listened to that pastor the other day, and I mean, what he said was a revelation for me. And what we are fighting for is more time to save souls. And that's just the truth of the matter. That's what our goal should be. And I love y'all too. But But let's get started. Now, today's title is called Discerning Through Blackness. Stimulated student says, people have been led astray. I had to get to the point where I'm confident in what God reveals to me. Amen. I mean, it's all you can do. You know, you got to have faith. And honestly, we should be spending time with God to the point where we don't even question. We know it's God. If you gotta think whether it's Satan or God or the world or God, you spend enough time with God. When you spend enough time with God, then the sheep should know the shepherd's voice. It's just that simple. If you don't know the shepherd's voice, and you're not around the shepherd enough. So if you want those sheep all the way out in the pasture, put yourself in harm's way, then that's what you're gonna get. You're either gonna get ate up by a wild animal, or you're gonna get ate up by a wild animal. That's basically what it's gonna be. But let's continue.
The jury found Trump guilty because he's a pimp, he's a murderer, he's a rapist. He's also a greedy and racist landlord. They knew him to be a murderer. Of the nearly 1 million people that died because during the time of the COVID, he flashed around and advised people not to wear a mask, and people died across America while he was president. But they also found him guilty of being a rapist. He said he could grab women anytime he wants, anywhere he wants, and they like it when you're a star. People heard that. And there was no misinterpretation of that. It was his voice. And they found him guilty, not because of the hush money, but they found him guilty because he's a pimp, he's a murderer, he's a rapist.
So even though we love Pastor Manning, he's still black. Even though we love Pastor Manning, he's still black. So no matter how much God reveals to him, no matter how much of a revelation he gets, no matter how much discernment he has, no matter how much faith he has, no matter how anointed he is to spread God's word, he will always come up against a big black wall. Today's title is called Discerning Through Blackness. And I say that because most black people filter their information through a black strainer. So when black folks get information, it doesn't come as pure truth and pure fact. It gets filtered through a black filtering system so that the fragile ego, the mind, and so they can receive it. If most black folks got the raw truth, most of them will probably croak over. They at least pass out. And so Pastor Manning has gotten all his information from where? Where did Pastor Manning get this information? This is how I know when someone is spending time with God and when they're not. I remember one time I heard Elijah Muhammad. What the media was saying about Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad was saying the exact same thing. What the media said about Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad said the exact same thing, word for word. Now, if you find yourself quoting the media, then clearly you are in error. If you find yourself quoting the media as if it's truth and if it's fact, you are in error. Where did Pastor Manning get this information? I'll tell you, because he watches CNN. So when he gets done flipping through that Bible, when he gets done preaching, when he gets done doing all of these godly things, at night before he rests his head, he got CNN on. You best believe it. We're going to play it again.
The jury found Trump guilty because he's a pimp, he's a murderer, he's a rapist. He's also a greedy and racist landlord. They knew him to be a murderer. Of the nearly 1 million people that died because during the time of the COVID, he flashed around and advised people not to wear a mask, and people died across America while he was president. But they also found him guilty of being a rapist. He said he could grab women anytime he wants, anywhere he wants, and they like it when you're a star. People heard that. And there was no misinterpretation of that. It was his voice. And they found him guilty, not because of the hush money, but they found him guilty because he's a pimp, he's a murderer, he's a rapist.
People in Blackness, Valley of Dry Bones in the book of Ezekiel. Amen. Now, you all know good and well that Pastor Manning got that snake bite. You all know good and well, with all his wisdom and all his discernment and all his understanding, he still got the snake bite. So I'm going to play this quote for you all again.
Sometimes I've been around black folk all my life, and I'm telling you that they are devoid of wisdom and understanding. They're good at sex and sports, but after that, they don't have understanding about the world. It's been going on for some time. I've been around black folk all my life, and I'm telling you that they are devoid of wisdom and understanding. They're good at sex and sports, but after that, they don't have understanding about the world.
Now, you heard him. Now, that quote sounds a little different, don't it? He was talking about himself. He was talking about himself. Everything he said about Donald Trump wasn't true. Nothing he said about Donald Trump was true. So how could a pastor get in the pulpit and just tell all these lies? I'll tell you how. No discernment. Because to have true discernment, you got to get rid of being black. You can't have the truth if you're black. You can't have it because blackness is going to filter the truth. Dr. Fauci is recorded. Let me go to it. 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 Now, we heard Pastor Manning.
People feel empowered and protected legally. You were going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated. Yeah. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
That's exactly what you meant when you said making it hard for people to live without getting a vaccination.
Now, Dr. Fauci has already stated that the masks didn't work or they don't work. So how could Pastor Manning be this far off? Dr. Fauci admitted they didn't work. So how could Pastor Manning get up in the pulpit and still say this? I'll tell you, because he's black. And this is what black folks do. They just make it up. And they make it up because being black won't allow you to live in truth. Being black will not allow you to live in truth. You wake up every day, your skin is brown, but you call yourself black. You already live a contradiction. From the moment you wake up, you are a literal walking contradiction. And last I checked, that God is not the author of confusion. So if God isn't the author of confusion, then who is? Yeah, it's Satan. Now, do you think Pastor Manning is going to get in that pulpit and retract what he said? No. Do you think he's going to get in that pulpit and talk about Fauci? No. You know who Pastor Manning is upset with? He's upset with Trump. Not because he's Trump, but because what he represents. He represents the privileged, rich, white boy that always gets away with everything. Even though we've never seen a president treated like him before. Obama got red carpet treatment, not Trump.
Affected people's ability to work, travel, be educated, to actually flourish in American society, to self-determine, as we're all given God-given rights. Shame on you. You inspired and created fear through mass mandates, school closures, vaccine mandates that have destroyed the American people's trust in our public health institutions.
So let's listen to Fauci again on the phone.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated. Yeah. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
That's exactly what you meant.
So I'm going to go through another video real quick. I'm a detour because I want to drive home this discerning through blackness. And it'll be hard to accept the truth if you're black. It's a spiritual battle. This is not about intelligence. This is a spiritual battle of blackness. Now, Pastor Manning, you would think, should know what's going on, but he doesn't. You should think he does, but he doesn't.
Those other states.
Oh my God. They're going to keep the outbreak smoldering in the country. It's so crazy. I mean, they're not doing it because they say they don't want to do it. They're Republicans. They don't like to be told what to do. Right. And we got to break that, unpack that.
Now, imagine Dr. Fauci telling this mayor, who's a stone cold Democrat, that Republicans don't like to be told what to do. What's the flip side to that statement? Democrats like to be told what to do. Listen what listen what he's saying. He's saying Republicans don't like to be told what to do, but you all do. And she's just sitting there clueless. Don't have a clue what's going on. Just nodding her head. The same guy that said the masks don't work is the same guy saying Republicans are going to spread a Peter pandemic. Do you think Pastor Manning is going to revisit any of this? Do you think Pastor Manning is going to come behind what he said in that pulpit and apologize to the congregation and say, I'm sorry, I misled you all? Because a part of being black is the pride component too. And we love Pastor Manning, but he's wrong. And not only is he wrong, he's lying. If you get some information and you don't verify if it's true or not, and that information is false, if you repeat it, you're a liar. It is your job to know what the truth is. Study to show not me, not them. Study to show thyself approved. So you should want to give the right information as a character stance. I don't want to be out here spreading misinformation. Pastor Manning got a whole clip where he just told several lies about Trump. And the reason why he don't want to see the truth is because his dislike for Trump is personal. It's personal. The woman even said that Trump didn't touch her. The quote unquote victim even said that Trump didn't touch her. He said he was a pimp. Well, who did Trump pimp? Who? Last I checked, he was a trick. He paid Stormy Daniels. So who did he pimp? That's a new one for me. Pimp start paying hoes since when? The statement he made was, when you're rich, the women will let you grab them. He never said he did it. He said women will let you do it. He never said he did it. He never said I do. He said they will let you do it. He's speaking and he's right. If a billionaire walks in the room, most women will let that man touch them. He didn't say anything that wasn't true. It's true. Again, discerning through blackness. I don't care if you don't like Donald Trump. I don't care, but you can't lie. And you especially can't lie in that pulpit. And you especially can't lie in that pulpit. Let's continue.
Because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that I can't wear this. Prime example, I'm sitting here. Yes, I have a little thigh out, a little whatever top this is. You know what I mean? If I like to listen to a certain music, that doesn't make me less of a Christian. People need to understand that it's the relationship between me, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. And that's who all I have to answer to, and that's that.
Girl, this is why so many Christians today get offended and reject standards, because we lower the standards for believers and say, well, God is grace, God is love. He doesn't care what I'm wearing. Listen, there are standards and rules to being a believer, and walking around with revealing clothes and encouraging men to lust for you would go against exactly what we believe. So if you don't want to be judged like a Christian, then maybe don't put yourself out there as a Christian and nobody will say anything to you.
Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that I can't wear this. Prime example, I'm sitting here. Yes, I have a little thigh out, a little whatever top this is. You know what I mean? If I like to listen to a certain music, that doesn't make me less of a Christian. People need to understand that it's the relationship between me, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. And that's who all I have to answer to, and that's that.
Again, now what music is she listening to? Who is she trying to dress like? Again, we're talking about discerning through blackness. And the reason why she has such pride and arrogance is because she still indulges in black culture. Black culture says it doesn't matter how you live, just have a relationship with God. It's just like when a young lady will tell you, oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I've never met a godly woman tell me that. I've never, right. You will know them by their fruits. Exactly. I've never met a godly woman tell me that she was spiritual, ever. Oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. You know what that means? That means I'm worldly and I have no reverence of God. That's all it means. And I'm comparing myself to some very loose women. I'm not as loose as them. I'm spiritual. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue.
What's up, y'all? So I don't usually post on here, but there has been a topic weighing on me lately that I want to discuss. And this isn't like, I'm not a Jesus freak. I'm not here to push my religion down your throat or force you to do anything. I can't do that. Who am I? But I'm just someone making an observation and stating facts, you know?
So if she's in the military, she's about to, now this title says, listen to her. The world is going down and why. She's in the military, so what does that mean? She's in the military. What does that mean? Thank you, Kenya. What did she have to do to stay in the military? So just know whatever revelation she's about to give, she didn't heed the same revelation when it came to that snake bite. But let's continue.
I hope we're aware of what's happening around the world, you know, not only in the US, but overseas. It's a lot of chaos right now and destruction. But I've realized the world, the more we push God out, the more destruction and chaos happens and confusion. Our God, Jesus Christ, he's not a God of confusion, and he's the Prince of Peace. So the more we push him out, what do you think is going to happen? You know, and this has been happening for decades now. You know, we're getting further and further away from God. Oh, we don't need God. We can be good people. We can have order on our own. We don't need a God to tell us what to do. Really? Now, mind you, I'm only 27 years old, but I've been around long enough to see that the world didn't used to be like this. It's only getting worse the further and further we get away from God. Look at the school systems. Oh yeah, they kicked God clean out of there. No more prayer. And look at how the school shootings erupted. Kids don't know whether they're boys or girls now, or dinosaurs or giraffes. Teachers are just pushing that agenda. But the school system is failing. Every year it's declining. The literacy rate is declining. Kids can't read, spell, or write anymore. But I bet you money they know what a drag queen is. I bet you money they know what a transgender is. And they have resources for when they want to like talk about, you know, changing their sex or something like that. But these kids can't even freaking spell. We got away from God. And it's failing. Teachers are...
Now, I seriously doubt that she left the military and then came. I doubt that. And I'm saying this because this is a common trend I see where somebody they'll go through the intro of the book and think they got it and close the book up. And so again, if we're talking about having wisdom, we're talking about having discernment, what also has to follow that? What follows that is character. Solomon was the wisest man, but he didn't have any character. His character was poor, and it cost him. So what I'm saying is that a lot of people, they hear from the Holy Spirit, they get divine revelation, but what they don't do is they don't prepare themselves to deal with that revelation. They don't say, I got a revelation from God. Let me sit down. Let me be still. Let me get in this word. Let me make sure my steps are ordered. They get the revelation and they get to run it. And so I'm saying, and I brought her up because probably a nice young lady, but I know when the moment of truth came with that snake bite, she knew she should have said no. She knew she should have said no. Because discernment, think about this now. Now think about being able to look at something and see it for what it actually is. Being able to look at something and being able to see it for what it actually is. You have to be prepared to do that. You got to be submitted to God to do that. To get a revelation from something that nobody else can see, you got to spend time with God to get that. All blockers have to be torn down. You'd have to be humble. You have to be understanding. You have to have wisdom. All that stuff to be able to look at something and see what nobody else can see. But I guarantee she's still black.
Quitting left and right. Kids are disobedient to their parents, authorities, education, teachers.
Now, I haven't listened to this the whole way through. I listened to the first minute. So I'm a hear what y'all hear in real time.
And a part of that problem is also people, pushing God out of their hearts, ignoring him, denying him. In the Bible, it says, train your child up in the way they should go. That means train your child up in God. And if you're not doing that, that'll probably explain why, some of these kids is out of control. They're not being trained up in the way they should go.
Miss Jackson asked a question. She said, not saying I'm against the military, I'm not. But if thou shalt not kill, how can you be a follower of Christ in the military? Anybody want to tackle that? How can you be a follower of Christ in the military? Well, I'll say this. This is what I'll say. I'll say that there will come a time where you will have to protect. So, I mean, I don't know, that you don't want to shed blood, but I mean, it's either if it's you or them, what you gonna do? So I think in context, thou shalt not kill is you killing basically for a personal reason. You're not killing to protect a land or family or community or people. You're killing because of a selfish reason. So I think thou shalt not kill is a contextual statement, because there will come a time when you got to defend and fight. And I think that time is going to be soon for a lot of us in this country. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to get taken captive? I mean, what are you going to do? So that's my thoughts on it. But I think she's in the U.S. Space Force. I don't know if, unless she's fighting up there, unless she's, fighting the, who is it? Darth Vader in them Star Wars. I don't know who she's fighting in the U.S. Space Force, but I don't know. But my take on thou shalt not kill is a contextual statement. You know, I think it's context. I think you got to listen. The goal is to not shed any blood. But I mean, if you got a demon coming after you, what you gonna do? I just, you know, somebody put in here Luke 22:36. Sell your cloak and buy a sword. Stimulated student says, in war or battle, you got to get down. The Bible says there's a time to kill. Yeah. So just imagine if America had a stance like MLK. What do you think? What do y'all think would happen if America had a non-violent stance? What do you think would happen to America? Like it'd be brutal. Like it'd be brutal. The winning walk with Christina says, it's thou shalt not murder, not self-defense as the military does. Jesus sent his disciples out with swords. Don't justify the killing of the innocent. Let's continue.
And they're disrespectful. They're selfish. Look at America, the #1 producer of corn, you know? You know God don't like that. America has pushed God so far away. Look at our music. Look at Hollywood. Demonic. I don't care what anyone says. Those are demonic rituals that these people are performing. They're doing it right in our faces. And we support it. Oh, it's entertainment. That's their way of expressing their art. God said, okay, bet. Y'all want to keep playing in my face? He took his hand off. We are under judgment right now. That's why there's so much chaos right now. Because we continue to push God out. Chaos erupts. Destruction. All these wars going on. Imagine if these world leaders had the true Jesus, the God of the Bible, in their hearts. You think all this stuff would be going on? Absolutely not, because Jesus is the Prince of Peace. This would not be happening. But we don't need God. We don't need a God to show us how to be good people. And we just okay. Well, like I said, the world has been in a downward spiral for I know all of my lifetime. Who's gonna fix it? If not Jesus, because that man been spot on. He ain't missed a beat. His word has withstood the test of time. So I'm genuinely asking, who's gonna fix it?
Do you think if she had dishonorable discharge to follow Christ or stay in the military, what do you think she's gonna pick? Dishonorable discharge to follow Christ or get the snake bite and stay in the Space Force and have a great career? What's she gonna pick? This is what I mean by discernment. I can look at her eyes and tell. There are people that walked away from the military careers. Most didn't.
Because all the destruction, everything that's happening right now, there's no God in that. Those people don't have the true Jesus in their heart. They're not following his word. And so I'm just wondering, when are people going to wake up? This isn't a game anymore. Back in the day, that was cute. The little arguments, God isn't real and we come from evolution and we come from monkeys. That was cute. I'm not even entertaining them conversations no more. When I look at the news every day and look at the world and then look at that Bible, And see the direct correlation. How did this man 2,000 years ago know what will be happening right now? To the T. If you asked me to predict something that's going to happen next week, I would have nothing for you. I can't even predict something that's going to happen next week. But this man and other men foretold the events that will be happening right now, and they're happening.
Now, she's talking about everything. She's talking about everything except one thing. She covered the wars. She covered the youth. She covered the agendas. She talked about everything except the biggest event of our lifetime. She talked about everything except the biggest event of our lifetime. So the fact that she's mentioning all of this stuff and she's not mentioning the elephant in the room lets you know what happened. How can you not mention the Peter pandemic? Think about this now. How can you, even Pastor Manning had to mention it. How can you not mention the Peter pandemic? How is anybody talking? We got Fauci on audio admitting it. We got Fauci on, we got these people admitting it. And people are talking about everything except that. That is the biggest event of our life. Over 6 billion people participated. And these folks are on these shows and doing these videos. They talking for hours and don't even mention it. How do you not mention something that literally changed the way we live life? How do you talk so long and about what's going on in the world, but don't mention the one thing that turned the world upside down? You know why you don't? You know why she doesn't? Because she took it. And she has too much pride to let you all know she made a mistake. So what she's trying to do is dance around the elephant in the room. Everybody knows that the schools are messed up. Everybody knows society is crumbling. Everybody knows all this stuff. Talk about the meat and the potatoes. The closest thing we've ever seen to the mark of the beast were those snake bites. If we look at the Bible and we look at those snake bites, that is the closest thing that we have seen. I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying that event alone should have gave people pause and say, wait a minute, I've heard this story before. And then went to the word and looked through it and said, wait a minute, this sounds a lot like what's going on right now. So the fact that all these people got all this wisdom, all this discernment, all this understanding, but they not mention the most pivotal point in human history, where they got over 6 billion people to put something in their body. And all Pastor Manning can say is, Trump is a pimp. Yeah, and she's liberal. I know she's liberal. I know she's liberal. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Y'all coming to hood?
Yeah, Dr. Fauci really wants you to get vaccinated today. If you're
I've
not
been
vaccinated,
vaccinated.
all right.
I've been Fauci.
Good.
You got your Fauci ouchie.
Yeah.
I'm vaccinated.
Well, good for you. Hello. Hi. It's nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
I've been vaccinated since April the 23rd. And I did it because I felt I needed to be a solution and not part of the
There you
problem.
go. Great. Do you think it hurts or what is it?
No, it does other things to me. I just pass out.
How old are you? I'm older than you, so don't feel badly. Don't feel bad. I'm 80.
Me too.
Oh, good.
Me too. I'm 82.
That's one of the reasons why you might want to reconsider.
What I find is people aren't really opposed.
Yeah, I know.
But they do need a
They need a little push.
A push and a drag.
Yeah.
Hi, neighbor.
Now this is and again, this is the black mayor of DC. Black people voted for her because she was black. And how did she return the favor? She went door to door, seeing if y'all got your mRNA checkup. Black people blindly supported this mayor because she was black, and she repaid the favor by going door to door, making sure that all of you all had your prescription. All these old folks on this street, and not an ounce, and only one woman has some sense. All these old folks on this street, and only one woman and the guy at the end of the street has some sense. This is just one street. The next street over could have been zero, has some sense. Two people on the whole block has some sense.
Okay. This is Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, if I had some clothes on, I come out and give you a kiss. I can't do it now. I ain't got the clothes on.
All right.
Imagine, this is how lost black people are. Black folks will be looking at the Grim Reaper and saying, come on, baby. Come on, let me give you a hug. Come on, sit down and eat something with me. Come on. Black people are looking at the Grim Reaper, and they want to hug him and kiss him. Black people are looking at the Grim Reaper, and they want to hug him and kiss him. They want to get his approval.
Well, I give it back to you.
All right. And we're going to come back and talk to her son.
What are we going to do about those other states?
Oh, my God. They're going to keep the outbreak smoldering in the country. It's so crazy. I mean, they're not doing it because they say they don't want to do it. They're Republicans. They don't like to be told what to do.
Right.
And we got to break that, unpack that.
How you guys doing with vaccine?
I haven't gotten it yet. I'm waiting for them to be able to.
Oh, you should get it first. Okay, that way you won't give it to them.
Oh, I thought I would give it to them as I get it.
No, not at all. In fact, we got to get.
Do you see how? Listen to me. Hold on. Black people are even confused on the propaganda. Do you understand? Hold up. Do you all understand? Let me say this real quick. Do you all understand that all of this systemic racism rhetoric, white supremacy rhetoric, America's racist rhetoric, white people are racist rhetoric, all of those things have a spiritual consequence. So, what is the consequence for Black people constantly consuming lies? There's going to be a consequence of that. This woman is confused on even the propaganda. She don't know what's going on. Think about this. You watching CNN, you listening to Big Mama, then Fauci shows up, your baby daddy, he done ran off on you. Like, you just so confused, you don't know what to do. Just making up stuff. I told you they make up stuff. They gonna make up stuff. When black folks get scared or confused, they start making stuff up. They'll make up a new religion. This girl just said, "I was told if I get it, I'm gonna give it to like it just make stuff up."
You vaccinated so that if you were to get infected, you could pass it on to them. So you're actually protecting your family by getting vaccinated.
Well, I heard that it doesn't cure it and it doesn't stop you from getting it.
No.
So
on the very, very, very rare chance that you do get it, even if you're vaccinated, it's you don't even feel sick. It's like you don't even know you got infected. It's very, very good at protecting you.
Just the Anacostia, so get up there. Okay.
All right, see you later.
Thank you. Have a good day.
The people in America are not settled with the information that's been given to us right now. So I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot or a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time.
Now, again. The other young lady said, well, I heard it doesn't do this and doesn't do that. And come to find out it didn't. What's funny, and this go to YouTube real quick. This for you, YouTube. I played what Fauci said. We know what Fauci said. Now, I'm going to ask y'all a question, YouTube. How do I get penalized for what Fauci said? Dear YouTube, dear Instagram, dear anybody, any social media platform, how are you going to penalize people for what these folks are admitted to? Just help me out. We're talking about discerning through blackness. It's funny to me how folks are confused about this stuff, but not confused that Trump is a racist. Pastor Manning seems to know a lot, but when it comes to Trump, he doesn't know anything.
When you said making it hard for people to live without
people feel empowered and protected legally, you were going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated. Yeah. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
That's exactly what you meant when you said making it hard for people to live without getting a vaccination.
I don't understand, and this is to Instagram, this is the metaverse and YouTube. Now think about what this man just said. This man just said, we're going to make your lives difficult to get you to do something. That's not just not ethical, that's illegal. Forget the fact that it's not ethical, it's not moral, it's not legal. You purposefully sabotaging someone's life because you want them to do something is insane. But YouTube went back 2 years to get rid of a video. Imagine Fauci saying this, caught red-handed. He said the mask don't work. He said we're going to make your life miserable. And black folks don't even care that he even said this. They don't even care. I got folks that come on my page every single day to tell me I'm wrong. Those same people are not going to Fauci's page. So what my conclusion is, we cannot save this world. All we can do is buy some time to save some more souls. This world is finished. Could you imagine putting something in your body and you're feeling some health effects, and this man gets on TV and say, we did it on purpose? The fact that people aren't upset should let you all know it's over. The fact that people aren't up, and what's crazy is the left is so genius because y'all are so decadent. The left knows if we make Marjorie Taylor Greene racist, you're not going to listen to her when it comes to this trial. It's actually very smart. We just discredit Marjorie Taylor Greene so that way when Fauci starts admitting stuff, all y'all can see is that she's racist because you're not going to watch the trial. You're not going to sit down and watch it. There's a special level of decadence involved here. These people know how y'all going to respond to everything. That's why they offered y'all hamburgers and French fries and cigarettes and donuts and lap dances and sex with prostitutes, gift cards. That's why they offered y'all that stuff. They know y'all. Imagine them sitting in a meeting saying, we can get some people to take something if we offer them a donut. We can get people to take something if we offer them a hamburger and French fries. That is Satan talking. Your body is a temple for the Holy Spirit. And these folks got you all to open your temple doors up for a hamburger and some French fries. Your temple is supposed to house the Holy Spirit. And most people forfeited that for nothing. They didn't get nothing besides an ailment, disease, or even worse, death. Well, I guess you're right, Prudence. MLK did fight for a hamburger. So maybe hamburgers are important in the Black community. I don't know. Maybe Black folks really do are very fond of hamburgers. Because she's right. MLK started the civil rights movement because he couldn't get a hamburger and a cup of coffee. So maybe the hamburger is the secret in all of it. When it came to that chicken sandwich, y'all went crazy. When it came to that chicken sandwich, y'all went crazy. So if the hamburger is any indication of that chicken sandwich, then God help us all. The winning walk with Christina said even Esau had a whole bowl of stew. Imagine giving up your birthright for some stew. Black folks been simple. Imagine giving up your birthright for a bowl of stew. Black folks been simple. Imagine giving up your birthright for a bowl of stew.
Affected people's ability to work, travel, be educated, to actually flourish in American society, to self-determine, as we're all given God-given rights. Shame on you. You inspired and created fear through mass mandates, school closures, vaccine mandates that have destroyed the American people's trust in our public health institutions.
Again, most people thought what these folks did was okay. Which should let you all know these folks are primed and ready for communism. Most people thought what these folks did was fine. Most folks are ready for communism. And we already seen the blueprint. All you got to do is make them believe they're in danger, and they'll let you do anything you want to do to them. Three-quarter Jesus, what's up? It's been a minute. But let's continue.
Years to create vaccination.
I mean, not this year.
Well, that incentivizing things to get people vaccinated. It's something else going on with that. Something else. It's something else going on.
It is something going on with
something
it.
else.
You're right. But I'm glad millions of people like me and most everybody here didn't get an incentive. You know what their incentive was? Protecting their health and protecting the city. But that's, I won't keep you anymore.
It's okay, because my incentive, y'all campaign is about fear. It's about inciting fear in people. You all attack people with fear. That's what this pandemic is. It's a fear. It's fear, this pandemic. That's all it is.
Fauci was touching on y'all Negroes. And Fauci said, let me sanitize my hand, please.
It's a fear. It's fear, this pandemic. That's all it is.
Fauci got in that car and said, let me sanitize my hand. I done touched and rubbed on y'all Negroes. Let me clean myself off. Fauci said, nah, let me wipe my stuff off, man. Oh, that's funny. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Love and don't stop. My love's waiting when you reach the top. Give me all your love and don't stop. All night long. And I say,
I put this artwork up because most Black art isn't art. It's just narcissism. Like, it's not actually art. It's just Black people trying to just show them, like, it's not art. It's narcissism. And so what she does in this painting is she throws the braids in there and has the Black girl face to make you buy it, but it's not art. It's a rare species of octobraid. I don't know what this is. Octobraid queen. Octobraid queen. She was in the new Little Mermaid or Keisha Underwater.
give me all your love and don't stop. My love's waiting when you reach the top. Give me all your love and don't stop.
I'm sorry about that, you all. You know, I didn't have my laptop plugged up. I'm sorry. Angel, what's going on? We all frozen. My bad, you all. I'm sorry. I just I'm sorry.
All your love and don't stop. My love's waiting when you reach the top. Give me all your love and don't stop. All night long. And I said,
Can I just go to something real quick? There was a video, and just let me go to it real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, I might just end with that video. Let me. This is funny. No, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna say that for the end. I'm gonna say it for the end, you all. Let me. Okay, let's go. Let's.
It's Satan's secret weapon. My skin is smooth as ever. Y'all want y'all skin like that, bro. That's what it is. They want abs like that, no bleach like that, biceps like that, wings like that. No deodorant, no lotion, no caffeine, no water, no meat, no steroids, no TRT, nothing that a man made in the lab. No amino acids. What I be forgetting? No AIDS. That's right. No AIDS. No Eddie Abu AIDS. None of that. That's right. No red meat. No chicken. No turkey. No fish. No lamb. What do you eat, Kylie? What do you eat? Yesterday I had watermelon, cucumber, and some portobello mushrooms, about 4 dates, some pumpkin seeds, and watermelon juice. And that's it. And guess what? I've been doing that for a year now. And I'm holding 180. They lying to y'all to kill you. They lying to you to kill you. Food is Satan's secret weapon. Food is Satan's secret weapon. Food is Satan's secret weapon. Food is Satan's secret weapon.
Okay, so that's Kali Muscle. He used to be on steroids and stuff, and he had a heart attack, and he changed his diet and his life. But I just like what he said. He said that food is Satan's secret weapon. If you go back to the Garden of Eden, the first sin was dietary. The first sin involved eating. Isn't that crazy? And when he said food is Satan's secret weapon, just think about how much they do with the food. For example, get the snake bite and I give you a hamburger and French fries. You get a donut. Just think about how they use food to get to the people. GMOs in the food, fast food, food's causing this kind of cancer, this kind of disease. Just think about it. Food is Satan's secret weapon. Yeah, that was Kali Muscle.
Food is Satan's secret weapon. My skin is smooth as ever. Y'all want y'all skin like that, bro. That's what it is. They want abs like that, no bleach like that, biceps like that, wings like that. No deodorant, no lotion, no caffeine, no water, no meat, no steroids, no TRT, nothing that a man made in the lab. No amino acids. What I be forgetting? No AIDS. That's right. No AIDS. No Eddie Abu AIDS. None of that. That's right. No red meat. No chicken. No turkey. No fish. No lamb. What do you eat, Kylie? What do you eat? Yesterday I had watermelon, cucumber, and some portobello mushrooms, about 4 dates, some pumpkin seeds, and watermelon juice, and that's it. And guess what? I've been doing that for a year now, and I'm holding 180. They lying to y'all to kill you. They lying to you to kill you. Food is Satan's secret weapon. Food is Satan's secret weapon. Food is Satan's secret weapon. Food is Satan's secret weapon.
I just like what he said. I've been following him for years. I've seen his transformation, but I just liked what he said. And what he said was, food is Satan's secret weapon, and it is. This is why they go attack the food so much. This is why they were encouraging everybody to eat bad during the Peter pandemic. They weren't encouraging you to eat healthy. Everything was about you eating bad. They were promoting bad. Every restaurant had a deal. They was cutting folks deals. Nobody wanted you to eat good. Nobody. And again, the first sin was dietary. Eve saw that fruit and she saw that it was good. Now, I'm not saying that we have to go as extreme as Kali muscle, but I think we should watch what we put in our mouth, because we can't eat some things that prevent us from carrying out the Lord's will. I'm just saying.
Planet Earth, or the water world, is moving at a speed of 135 miles per second. You have been hypnotized 6,000 years ago by witches of the cursed evil seed of Enos, son of Seth, son of Adam, made by fallen ones of Anakim, Anunnaki, called Elohim, Alihat in the Bible and the Quran. The Anunnaki used the Pleiadians' DNA to graft and make Adamites to Canaanites to Canaanites. Their seeds was grafted, made and born 3,761 BCE or 4004 BC, as they record, and was only given 6,000 years to enforce their hypnotic spell of sleep over you, which expires 2000 to 2003 AD, which is 6000 AC. AC is Adam's calendar. This is the gospel from the beginning.
You know what's funny about all this stuff? They just make this stuff up. It's just made up. Like she's just making it's just made up. It's just made up. She's just making it up. She's just making it up, and she's making it up.
Beginnings of beginnings. This is from the beginnings, which we have seen, which we have looked. The planet Earth, or the water world, is moving at a speed of 135 miles per second.
What I find interesting about this is, first y'all gonna say the earth is a plane. Now the earth is round. These same people will say that the earth isn't, it's a plane of existence, it's a dome, it's a what. Now you telling me the earth is round again. They just make it up, people. They just make it up. It's flat for this argument, it's round for this argument. It's a plane for this argument, it's a ship for this argument. Like they just make it up. And you know who eats this stuff up? You know who really eats it up? Black people. You know why? Because you get to wear funny costumes. And you get to say funny words. and you get to seem like you benevolent and righteous and intelligent.
Of 135 miles per second. You have been hypnotized 6,000 years ago by witches of the cursed evil seed of Enos, son of Seth, son of Adam, made by fallen ones of Anakim, Anunnaki.
What's funny to me is that she's saying that y'all were put in a sleep. Then how'd y'all wake up? If everybody was put to sleep, then how did you all wake up? Who woke y'all up?
Called Elohim, Alihat in the Bible and the Quran. The Anunnaki used the Pleiadians' DNA to graft and make Adamites, to Canaanites, to Canaanites. Their seeds was grafted, made and born 3,761 BCE or 4004 BC, as they record, and was only given 6,000 years to enforce their hypnotic spell of sleep over you, which expires 2000 to 2003 AD, which is 6000 AC. AC is Adam's calendar. This is the gospel from the beginnings of beginnings. This is from the beginnings, which we have seen, which we have looked.
This is the most foolish. They just making up stuff. Adam's calendar, not BC, but BCE. Adam's calendar. You could take this mess to every race of people on the planet, and they would all reject you. There is only one group of people on this planet that would listen to this foolishness and accept it and send these folks some money and join this cult. Black people. Won't no other group of folks join this mess but black people. This is a message specifically for black folks in America. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I'm disgusted. I got to say that for part 2. I got to say that for part 2. Okay. The rest of that's going to part 2. Let me, speaking of discernment, let me,
Now, if you take a look, I have to ask y'all, what would make you do this to your own head? What would make you decide that you want to look like Fire Marshal Bill underneath, but you got baby hair glued onto your head? Now, I told y'all keep saying y'all the blueprint, but I think y'all the blueprint. It makes no sense that you would claim white women do it too. You know what I've never seen? A white woman take off her extensions and be bald underneath. And then after realizing that her extensions was making her bald, keep on wearing the bald extensions so she can be balder. Bolder, yes. Balder, no.
Hold on. Black women do say this. White women wear weaves too. But Tommy Sotomayor brought a very good point in context. I've never seen the white women remove their weave or in pieces or whatever, and they be bald headed. You know, the white women are adding the pieces to, I guess what they call, you add some body to it or add some bounce. This girl got a whole Mitchell and Mess fitted, baby hair fitted on. Look at this girl. Look at this. Look at this. And listen. I'm telling you now, her hair like this was her own doing. Somebody told her to stop doing this, stop putting this mess in your head, stop putting that chemical on there, somebody told her to stop doing this. And she wouldn't listen. She said, no, I'm going to do it. Now, to me, what she should do is just go bald. She got a little milk dud. Well, to me, her best bet is to go bald, though. I think if she went bald, because, like, why you holding on to... This is all I'm saying, right? If you're going to cover it up anyway, just go bald. Like, just make it easy. Why you got hair? Like, why even keep it? Just shave it all off. Just go bald. I'm just saying. Just say, listen, shave it bald and let folks get used to seeing you bald. She's not ugly. As long as you cute, you can do it, but
Now, if you take a look, I have to ask y'all, what would make you do this to your own head? What would make you decide that you want to look like Fire Marshal Bill underneath, but you got baby hair glued onto your head? Now, I told y'all keep saying y'all the blueprint, but I think y'all the blueprint. It makes no sense that you would claim white women do it too. You know what I've never seen? A white woman take off her extensions and be bald underneath. And then after realizing that her extensions was making her bald, keep on wearing the bald extensions so she can be balder. Bolder, yes. Balder, no. But it's a strange thing, and it's a strange phenomenon that y'all keep on trying to claim that white women do it too. So if y'all could, show me some videos of white women bald underneath their extensions, bald underneath their infusions, bald because of their extension, and bald because of their infusions. I'm sorry, ladies. You can keep doing it, but why would you have a problem with someone talking about it? And if you weren't jealous of white women, you wouldn't have to keep bringing them up in your conversation, saying they do it too. You know what you never hear white women say? Black women do it too, to explain the stupid crap they do. Why? Same reason I don't say retarded people do it too when I do something retarded.
so y'all think it might be a guy? I think it's a girl though. It looks like a guy, but I think it does because she got that kind of like the old school where they leave the top bald and the sides grow out. But I've seen her before in a video. I think it's a girl though. It's just the problem is she's going to shave it all off. Y'all, she looks like a guy because of the way her hair is growing on her head. Like the top is gone and she got the sides growing. Like that guy that breaks those watermelons on stage. What's his name? With that big hammer. What's that dude? Gallagher. Because she got that. She got that Gallagher haircut. So that's why it looks like you think it's a guy, but it's not. But Thomas Sotomayor just, he brings up the black women always bring up that white women do it too, but that shouldn't even be brought up because so what they do it? Like, why are y'all doing it? It just don't make any sense. Most oftentimes, white women are not. Hold on one second. I want to see how crazy this looks. Hold on one second. Y'all. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Before I leave it all behind. Hold on, y'all. 1 second, y'all. I just need 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I got you. 1 second. But this is how crazy. Let y'all see it first. But this is how crazy do y'all look. This is how crazy y'all look with somebody else's hair on y'all head. Now imagine if men did this. Let's just say if black men put in weaves that resembled the Europeans people's weaves. Do you know how crazy this looks? Just imagine, like, this is what black women do. This looks crazy. Could you imagine if black men did this? Y'all wouldn't accept it. Can you just imagine me walking around like this all the time, trying to look, my head, I started doing this because my head itching. Just imagine me walking around this all the time, you know, trying to make it look fly, trying to make it look cool. Just imagine. Just imagine. It looks crazy. JV Chanel said from Blanche to Blake. That's Stimulated Student said, my chick back in the day, no, hold on. Y'all got these. He said, my chick back in the day used to put her weave in the microwave, used to piss me off trying to warm up my food and open to see a big fur ball. I done seen the microwave. I done seen them when they washed them tracks. It's just, but I ordered this wig on Amazon a couple years ago. You know, it's funny because I was like, it was called the Trump wig. But my point is, can y'all imagine if black men did this? Could y'all imagine if this is what y'all do. Y'all literally, and y'all have a color like this too. So it ain't like, it's like you have this type of color and this type of weave. Somebody said Joy Reid, Blanche Reid. Oh man. But my point is, it looks crazy. So I think that you gotta start loving yourself, ladies. This is crazy. Just let your soul glow, huh? But yeah, I just think it's just nuts, though. But anyway, y'all, I want to thank you all for tuning in to today's show. I hope you all enjoyed it. I don't know how y'all do this. This stuff all in. Dang. Stuff be all in your eyes. How y'all do this? Stuff is all in your eye. How do y'all do this? I don't know how y'all do it. I'm gonna just play this video as we exit. So I want to Vintage Goods Willie probably got a Trump stamp, got a baby at her face. Thank you, Vintage Goods Willie, for your contributions tonight. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Rena Bina, keep on sharing the truth. I fully support your love for quality life and freedom. Thank you, Rena Bina. I really appreciate it. Idris Singleton, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. GP, I'm doing what black women do. I'm putting on this kind of hair and expecting y'all to like it. Hold on, my head is itching again. Hold on. My head is itching. Thank you, Idris Singleton. MKOK, thank you so much for the super stick. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I don't have a MAGA hat. I don't have one. But I just want to show how crazy this looks. Like, clearly, what black men have been doing is putting up with a lot, because black women would not accept this. Black women would not accept this. You wouldn't do it. So black men have been putting up with a lot when it comes to this, because black women wear these kind of wigs. Don't get it twisted. Black women throw these kind of wigs on to go to the store. Don't get it, or to go to work, or to go to church. I don't know how y'all do this, man. This stuff all in my eye. Yeah. Anyway, well, I mean, it's a baby. It's a baby chimpanzee. I mean, it's a baby. It's a baby. It's a baby. Well, I mean, this is a baby chimp. I mean, I wouldn't do it with an adult chimp. But anyway, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. And I will see you all again on Friday. Maybe Friday or Saturday. But listen, I love you all. Thank y'all so much. Somebody said it's gay, but this is a man's wig. This is a man's wig. It's not a woman's wig. It's actually a man's wig. They do make wigs for men. So I know you're trying to be funny, but I can take this wig off. You can't. Let me stop. Let me stop. Anyway, listen, I love y'all. I thank y'all so much. And I will see y'all probably on Saturday. Probably on Saturday. All right, y'all be blessed.